everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hello, my name is Taylor and thank you so much for clicking on. Today I have a bit of a different video, but I thought it fits in with my theme this month of self-improvement. I also thought you guys would like to have a bit of insight into where I want this channel to go, what my goals are for the year in terms of this channel, and how I actually plan to get there. And I really will be sharing my exact strategy as to how I plan to grow on YouTube. So if you're a fellow content creator or YouTuber, then hopefully you find this super helpful and inspiring. And I'm just so excited to plan ahead for the new year. So let's just get straight on into it. So first of all, I want to talk about what goals I set. So every month I set goals for the metrics that are important for me. So for me, this is my subscriber count, my watch time hours, because I need to reach 4,000 watch hours to be monetized on YouTube. So to me, I am keeping an eye on that metric because it's obviously a goal that I want to achieve hopefully this year. And also going back to the subscriber count, you need 1,000 subscribers as well as that 4,000 hour watch time to be monetized. My click-through rate, or my CTR, is super important. The CTR is the rate of people who, when shown my video, will click on it. So for me, my main control over this that I have is the thumbnail, and my CTR kind of gives me an insight into how people are responding to my thumbnails. For example, my most viewed video, which is a what's on my iPhone video, the reason that got so many views is because so many people were clicking on the thumbnail. So that thumbnail was obviously super aesthetic, people were really intrigued by it, and so they clicked on it. And I know that because I was monitoring my click-through rate, and my click-through rate was higher on that video than any other video. My other one is my audience retention, and if you don't know what this is just the average duration that people watch my videos for. So this is really about making sure that my audience is engaged in my videos and that they will stay for as long as possible. And kind of just a bit of a side note, if you are a YouTuber and don't know much about audience retention, it is super important because YouTube will promote videos that have a good audience retention. So for me, that is super important, and it gives me a guide as to how engaging my videos are. Honestly, this is one of my main targets in 2021 because it is kind of low at the moment. And my last one is Instagram followers, and I don't know, this one I kind of go back and forth on. I'm like, it doesn't really matter, but then I'm like, yeah, it does matter. And my main focus for Instagram is to get people from YouTube onto my Instagram, not just to grow my Instagram because I want to be an influencer. I actually don't really like posting to Instagram. The only reason why I want to grow my Instagram following is because I want to have that connection with my subscribers that Instagram is really good at giving. So those are all my metrics that I track every single month, and I will talk about them a bit more later. And then the other goals that I have set for the year are a bit more broad and less number based. So for example, I set myself the goal of uploading once weekly and twice weekly on uni breaks. I know that once weekly is a realistic goal. I cannot upload twice weekly during uni. It's just not going to happen. Another thing that I want to do is to live stream monthly after I hit, so I've written 800 subs, but I'll kind of get a feel about how many people want to watch a live stream, and I think I'll figure it out later down the track exactly when I want to start, but it's something that I really want to do. I think it's a really good way of engaging with my audience, creating a connection. I have monetized by month. And I know I said I'd say everything, but there are two things I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say when I want to be monetized by, and I'm not going to say what I want my subscriber count to be in 6 months' time, because I feel like it's a really personal thing. It's really good for me to have this goal set in my mind, but if I share it with everyone, I'll feel so much more pressure to actually achieve it. So I just don't want to put that extra pressure on myself, but I do have a month that I want to be monetized by, and I'm not going to put too much pressure on it, but it's good to just have something in mind. And then another one is to be doing premieres weekly, and I actually haven't set a target for when I want to do this. Again, I think I'll know when people want to be watching premieres, but if you don't know what a premiere is, it's where you upload a video and all of your subscribers can watch it for the first time with you, and you can chat in the live chat. So how do I actually set my goals? And this is where I'm actually going to set them with you, which is why I'm filming this on the 1st, because I wanted to just take you along with my thought process of how I'm setting my goals for the month. But I just want to quickly explain how I do it. So I set my monthly goals based off last month's results, and then I track these goals, as you will see, and then I adjust my next month's goals according to how I went that month. And then for my yearly goals, because this is so much broader and growth on YouTube is not linear, it is often like exponential. So this is more just based on hope and manifesting what I want to achieve. Again, I'm trying not to put too much pressure on me to like achieve this by this date, but having that guide and that goal to work towards and kind of manifest a little bit. Also with my yearly goal, I actually split them into 6 months because 1 year is so far ahead. And the thing with YouTube is that all it takes is for one video to blow up, and then your growth is exponential. So I don't know when this will happen, if it'll happen. So I have set it for 6 months, and then I'll reevaluate, see how I'm going, and set it again for the end of the year. Where do I keep my goals and how do I track them? So I'm going to show you my Excel document that I use to track my metrics. So my subscriber count, my audience retention, all of that stuff. This is my Excel document and this is my 2020 sheet. So as you can see, I only started in October. On the day that I started, I had 1 subscriber. I don't even know who that was, whoever it is. I don't know why you subscribed to me. So as you can see, I've just created this little table for each month. I've got my goal and then what I actually achieved. And I filled this out this morning with my December metrics. As you can see, I achieved a lot of them, so I'm super happy. When I do achieve the goal, I highlight the cell in pink so that I know. I also have down here my best video of the month, just so I can kind of keep track if there are any trends in any videos that always do well. And then down here, I have my little 2020 box. So these were the goals that I set when I first started my YouTube channel in October. So then all of those other goals that I talked to you about, like doing live streams and being monetized, I keep in the app Notion. So I have actually done a whole video on how I use Notion as a YouTuber. I highly recommend it, not because I'm biased at all, but I seriously think it's super helpful if you're a YouTuber and if you struggle with planning your videos and planning your whole thing. I will link that up here and also in the description. Definitely go and check that out, but this is a bit of it that I didn't show you in that video, and this is where I keep my goals. So I have a 2021 page in my Notion, and here are these goals that I read out to you before. I just brainstormed them, not all in one go, and I've kind of adjusted them a little bit, and I probably will adjust them a little bit, to be honest. And then in the last video, I would have shown you this bit down the bottom here, but I'll show you again. It is where I keep this month's goals from that Excel document. I put it here down the bottom of my Notion page because then it is so easily accessible and visible to me every single time I open up this Notion page, which is at least once a day. So I constantly have those goals in mind. And for example, every single time I see my Instagram follower goal, I always go and post a photo. I don't know why, but that is the only thing that pushes me to be active on Instagram. And I'm going to actually set some of my goals now and kind of take you along the thought process. If you don't really care about this, I understand if you don't, then skip to this timestamp because this is where I'll be talking about my strategy and how I'm going to achieve these goals in 2021. So you can skip to that if you want, but if not, let's go and set some goals for January. So I need 2 things. I need to open up my Excel document, and I have a brand new sheet for 2021. As you can see, I have written all of the months in, and as you can see here as well, I have put that first 6-month block down the bottom and put my goals in there. So I've already entered my start numbers, and these were just December's results. So kind of looking at my subscriber growth from 2020, it is definitely not linear. I'm not gaining, 10 subscribers a month. It has so far been an exponential curve. I just want to quickly add in where I actually find that subscriber growth for each month. So I go into my YouTube studio, into my analytics. On the side drop down menu, there are the specific months. But for example, October wasn't on the menu. So I just created a custom time period like you can see, and then I can see how many subscribers I gained. So my growth went 20, 40, 60. So the next most logical step would be to gain 80 subscribers, which is exactly what I'm going to aim for. So I'm going to put in that I want to reach 119 plus 80, which takes me to 200 subscribers in January. Okay, so watch time hours. A really simple way of kind of getting an idea of how many watch hours is just to look at how many I got last month and assume that we're going to go on the same kind of path. Fingers crossed. We never know. So last month I got 71.8 watch time hours, and I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna get around 85 because I'm uploading more videos this month. I'm gonna still have people going back and watching that video, the what's on my iPhone, that is still getting views. I'm gonna go and say 85, so that takes me to 200 watch hours. Total views, again, I can do the same thing. I got 2,129 views in the last 30 days, so I'm gonna assume that I'm going on the same road, and I'm actually just gonna stick with 2,200. This number is like being plucked out of thin air, and that's gonna take me to about 5,500. My click-through rate, I'm going to aim for the 7.5% again. My Instagram followers, I really wanna grow this month, so I'm just going to go for 1330. That's 50 followers. So I think that's a good goal. And then my average view duration was really, really low in December. 2 minutes on 4 seconds. That is because of my What's on My iPhone video. Heaps of people clicked onto it, but then no one really watched the whole thing, which simply comes down to me not being engaging, or maybe they just didn't like me or my accent. Some people commented on my accent. I just found that so funny. But I'm going to aim for that to be a bit higher. So I'm going to aim for 2 minutes 30. That was like a really long-winded kind of way of explaining it, because I was trying to explain every single thought that I have. It normally takes me a bit quicker than that, but there we go. Those are my January goals. Okay, so the last bit is my strategy and how I plan to achieve these goals. In that 2021 page that I showed you before, where I kept these goals, I have got my strategy underneath. So I'm going to take you through that and explain it all to you. And I actually just came up with this on my own. I just wanted to create a really simple direction for myself, and that is using a who, what, why, how template. The first one is who, and that just gives me direction so I can remind myself, who am I trying to target? So I want to have videos on my channel that will appeal to those people. So I want to have college videos, I want to have uni videos. I want to appeal to young adults and teenagers. So I've got some videos coming up about high school and my high school advice. And then I've also got some relatable videos that are targeting young adults. And then I'm obviously targeting females, especially with some of the content that I want to create later on. But I do want to be a relatable female college student, young adult. So I am all of those, and I want to appeal to people who are like me. Okay, the really important one is why, and what value will I give? Because people need to have a reason to subscribe to you. Assuming that people are just going to like you and like what you do and like your personality and think that you're pretty is just not enough. Like, I need to give you value. I need to add something to your day. Otherwise, I'm just wasting your time. So I brainstormed what value I wanted to give my audience. So I wanted to help people to become more productive. I want to help them become more organized, take control of their life, and find inspiration. I also want to entertain, because some of my videos aren't helpful and tip driven. Some of them are just kind of fun. I want people to learn, so I want people to actually take away something that they didn't know before or hadn't thought about before. I want people to enjoy an aesthetic, which is a massive part of YouTube and of the visual medium, is that we want people to like what they're seeing. And then I also want people to feel engaged and a part of a community. So that is my why. That is what value I want to give someone. That is my purpose, what is driving me, what I want to build this channel on. And this is the number one key. If you don't have a why or a what value, and you don't know why you're really doing it, you're just doing it, you can't really expect people just to subscribe because they like you. So this is my how, and all of this relates to my why and what value. So to start, my banner, my channel art at the top of my channel, if you click on my channel, what do you see first? I want it to be aesthetic, and that's the other important thing that I'm still trying to build, and I actually don't know what aesthetic I really want yet. But eventually I want someone to be like, that is Taylor's aesthetic. That is Taylor's video right there on my homepage, and I'm going to click it because it's Taylor's video. I want it to target my audience. Maybe this is through the colors, maybe this is through the font or the actual text itself. Basically, I don't want some 60-year-old man clicking on and being like, this is my channel. You can kind of imagine what a difference between someone who's targeting 60-year-old male and someone who's targeting, 20-year-old girl. I'm also just going to put it out there, I haven't really nailed my banner yet. This is why it's my 2021 strategy. Playlists will show people what they will find on my channel. So that will kind of really help target my who. So uni students, when they click on it and they see that I've got a whole playlist titled college uni videos, they'll be like, perfect, this is for me. And it also enables them to binge watch all of my videos, which is super helpful for me because it gives me views and it gives me watch time and all of that stuff. And they are more likely to subscribe because they see that I do a lot of these videos and I'm likely to come out with more in the future. Thumbnails is about that aesthetic and is again about targeting that audience that I want. And then my videos. Hey guys, I kind of forgot to film a really important part of this video. Don't have any makeup on, but I thought I would just add it in anyway. So using that strategy that I created as kind of a template, I've used that as a guide to create a video outline template. But every time that I put a video into my Notion calendar, I can select this video outline template that I've created. And then I fill this out for every single video. And what this does is kind of helps me to give me some direction with my videos. And it just helps me kind of brainstorm what value I want to give my audience, what type of vibe the video is going to have, where it sits in my channel, all of that stuff. So it really just helps me intentionally create my videos so that they align with my strategy and everything that I brainstormed in my strategy, if that makes any sense. So I'm actually going to show you what it looks like for this video so you can kind of see. So the first one is what, and so I write what type of video. So this is a sit down video, what type of content, so it's me speaking to you face to face and also screen sharing. What outcome, so I want to show them my strategy and I want to inspire you. And what feeling, so inspiring, optimistic, motivating. My why, so my main purpose is to teach and to inspire. And also having that in my mind will make sure that I reinforce to you guys that this will give you some sort of value. My how, what playlist would this fit on? And if I can't answer that, then it probably shouldn't be on my channel. Then I also brainstorm my thumbnail components and my title components, and then underneath, what value does this give to the viewer? And I kind of try to sum this up in one sentence, and I didn't really do it for this video, but most of the time I will actually just say that exact sentence in my video. And then what should the viewer do to achieve the purpose of this video? What is my call to action? And it should just be one sentence. So for this video, I might say, share what your 2021 YouTube goal is in the comments. I actually don't know if I did that in the video yesterday. Having only 4 kind of things to work on at the moment, so setting up those playlists, having a really good banner, making my thumbnails coherent, and really working on my videos, I can really master those 4 things, and then once I've done those 4 things, then I can really look at what else can I do now. So I hope that was super insightful. I think that's the longest video I've ever filmed. If it was, please leave me a like, and also comment down below if you're a YouTuber and you have got all the way this far, and what is your main focus on your channel for 2021. And I will see you in the next video. Bye! Because my watch